Welcome to RSG Outdoors. Today I decided to go do some skipjack fishing below Kentucky Dam. And we didn't get skunked. We caught a few. We didn't catch a lot, but we didn't really spend a lot of time there either. Just spent a couple of hours because I didn't really know what to do with the free time I had this morning. I figured might as well go do some fishing. Just going to show you a few of the things that I used while I was out there today. I had success. I used just some 1/8 ounce jig heads. These are sickle hook by Arky. And then a variety of different crappie tubes and crappie jigs. The blue didn't really work. I only caught one on blue today. Most of them came on red, and then I caught a couple in just white curly tail grubs, just little 1-2 inch grubs. My rigs, I was just using these two rods, just homemade sabiki rigs style. I've got 4 on this one, and then a 3/4 ounce lead at the bottom. Very cheap rod. This is like a $20 combo at Walmart. It's a Shakespeare Tiger spinning. And then I also used one of my bait casting rods. This is a Daiwa with a Abu Garcia on it. And I had 4 on it as well, but 2 of them broke off because I got snagged up in the bottom. It happens. So yeah, you don't really need to go expensive when you're fishing for skipjack, but they make excellent bait. So I'm going to let you guys watch some of the video where we caught those fish, and then I'll show you guys how to pack and preserve them.
Whoop! There's one. Good to go? Just good to go? Just sit it down there. There's one.
Oh, you're digging him up now.
Just like that. He grabbed the blue one. There's one. They like coming right when when that water pushes. The heat choked it. Man, he really eat that thing. Another good one. There he is. He didn't miss it that time. There he is. I got him in the tail. Oh, I got one in his mouth and one in his tail. Okay, so today we came out to Kentucky Dam to fish for skipjack. My wife Haley decided to come with me. Just had a few hours free time. We didn't do great, but we weren't really coming out here for a full bait run. We got a few. Might be 8 or 10 in there. So we're gonna get home, get these guys taken out, get them dried off, and I'll show you guys how to store them and get them prepared.
Alrighty, now that you've seen the fish get caught and you've seen what I used to catch them, let's talk about how we're gonna preserve these fish. So, first thing, what you're gonna need is a towel. Doesn't really matter what kind of towel, just towel from inside the house is what I use. Generally go ahead and just go grab a dirty one out of the hamper, just so my wife didn't have to clean it. And then you're going to take all of your fish out of your cooler, All right, so not bad. We ended up with 12 fish today. So lay them all out on your towel, and then you're gonna cover them up, dry them, whatever you gotta do to get the majority of the water and any slime or scales that have already broken loose. All that stuff needs to come off. The fish needs to be as dry as possible. Make sure you press around the gill plates, squeeze any excess water around there out. Take any pieces of ice or anything that might have got left in their mouths if they, choked one down while you threw them in the cooler. We gotta make sure we get all that off, because as that water freezes, it's gonna expand, and if it's on the fish or inside of the fish, it's gonna start causing the meat to separate and the skin to separate. It's just gonna break it down. The bait's gonna go bad faster in our freezer and also as it thaws when we go to use it. So dry everything off. All right, now that we've got our fish laid out and dried, I'm gonna go ahead and salt mine. It doesn't matter what kind of salt you use. I use non-iodized salt. I don't know why I do that, just my preference. You don't have to salt these fish, but if you do, it allows any of the slime that's left on them to harden, and salt's also hydroscopic, which means it absorbs water, so it draws out a little bit more water that might get left behind if you dry them poorly or if you don't take your time and you're in a rush like I am today. So I'll just kind of sprinkle them with a little bit of salt. Just make sure I'm getting the entire fish. All right, now that you've got all your fish ready to go, dried off and salted, it's time to pack them. So you can do this in one of two ways. You can either put them in large Ziploc bags, if you can find a Ziploc bag big enough to hold an 18, 20-inch long skipjack. They do make them. And just kind of force the air out by hand. That will work, but just like anything else, if you're gonna store it in a freezer for an extended period of time, a vacuum sealer is gonna work better, and it's gonna keep that bait fresher for a lot longer period of time. So my recommendation is always to use a vacuum sealer. I have mine set up right here, ready to go. I use the bag rolls so that I can cut them to the size that I need. I generally get the 11-inch bags, but this coronavirus COVID-19 issue is making stores pretty much empty on everything. And I guess when people go to the store and buy out all the chicken, they also have to buy out all the vacuum seal bags, which is fine. Everybody can do their own thing. I'll do mine. All right, cut the bags so that they're longer than your fish. These bags are narrow, so they're probably only going to be 2 fish per bag. Okay, see, bag is too short for this fish, so that's fine. We'll just grab a couple of the smaller ones. And bam. All right, get the salt off my hands. Okay. All right, 2 vacuum sealed skipjack herring in vacuum seal bag. Take a Sharpie, write the date on them. If you're storing a large number of small fish in individual packages, I recommend writing down the number of fish that you put in there, so you're not taking bags that have like 50 small skipjack or 50 small shad in them on a fishing trip that you're only going to be out for a couple of hours if you're not going to burn that much bait. All right, that's the day we caught them and the day we froze them. right, let's get the rest of them bagged up and get them in the freezer. All right, so we've got 12 skipjack packed up and ready to go in the deep freezer. This definitely restocks everything that I used from the tournament last week. If you like this video, or if you have any questions about anything you saw here today, or if you want any more advice on how to catch skipjack or how to catch any kind of bait fish in general, how to prepare them, leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'll make another video for you guys if you want to see something specific, or I'll just answer your questions in the comments down below. If you like the video and you want to see more like it, click subscribe, click the little bell icon so you get notified when we drop new content, and we'll catch you next time on RSG Outdoors.